Hello BSA2, so today we are going to review about our material that you have learned before. There are some material will be tested in a final examination. As usual, there are 6 skills that will be tested. The first is grammar, and then writing, reading, vocabulary, speaking, and also listening. So there are 6 skills. First, I'm going to discuss about present tense. It's for grammar section. So di grammar section nanti bakal masuk present tense. What is present tense? It's to express habits, general truths, repeated action, emotion, and etc. So, present tense itu biasanya untuk menerangkan atau menjelaskan kegiatan yang biasanya habits, berhubungan dengan kebiasaan dan juga kegiatan yang berulang-ulang. So, from this sentence, he drinks tea every morning. You watch K-drama regularly. So, from this sentence, you can guess what's the formula. The first is pastinya subject, and then drinks and watch. That's the verb 1. And then T and K drama, it's an object. Ini objeknya. And every morning, regularly, itu adverb of frekuensinya, keterangan waktunya. Remember, if it is present tense, biasanya pakai every atau regularly juga bisa. Okay, dan di sini here's there is adding s, ada penambahan s di sini. Why? Because it is the third singular person. Jadi ini orang ketiga tunggal. Apa saja yang pakai penambahan s atau s itu untuk subjek she, he, dan it. And then for you, they, we itu without adding s, nggak ada penambahan s atau is. And then for the negative sentence, gimana kalimat negatifnya? Untuk kalimat negatifnya she, he, it tinggal ditambahin doesn't. He doesn't drink tea every morning. And remember that adding s-nya hanya berlaku untuk di kalimat positif. Kalau dia udah berubah kalimat negatif without s. He doesn't drink tea every morning. And for the question sentence, untuk kalimat tanyanya tinggal ditaruh dash-nya ke depan. Jadinya, does he drink tea every morning? Okay, next, how about this? Kalimat negatifnya kita pakai don't. You don't watch K-drama regularly. They don't watch K-drama regularly. And for the question sentence, untuk kalimat tanyanya, letakkan do di depan. Do you watch K-drama regularly? Do they watch K-drama regularly? Do we watch K-drama regularly? Okay, that's for present tense. Next, it's about past continuous tense. Past continuous tense itu untuk apa? It's to express the activity that happened or doing in the past. Jadi kegiatan apapun yang lagi dilakukan, sedang dilakukan, tapi di masa lalu, di masa lampau. For example, he was sleeping, the people were waiting. Now, you can guess again, the formula is subject, and then he, and then the people is subject, and then was and were. What's that? That's to be. To be past tense ya. To be-nya there are only 2 to be. Cuman ada 2 to be-nya, yaitu was dan were. So, which subject is using was? Pakai subjek apa aja yang pakai was? Yaitu subjek she, he, dan it. She, he, it pakai was. And then were the people. Kenapa the people? Karena orangnya banyak. People, orang-orang. Yang pakai were itu adalah subjek you, they, we. And then sleeping and waiting. It's a verb 1 plus ing. Karena ciri-ciri continuous tense itu pasti menggunakan verb ing, ya, yang penambahannya ing semua. He was sleeping, the people were waiting. And for the negative sentence tinggal ditambahin not atau disingkat menjadi wasn't. He wasn't sleeping. Yang ini weren't, the people weren't waiting. For the question sentence gimana Miss? Ya, untuk kalimat tanya tinggal dipindahin was-nya ke depan. Jadinya was he sleeping? Yang ini were-nya ke depan. Were the people waiting? Oke. Atau people-nya boleh diganti jadi were they waiting? Okay, that's for past continuous tense. Next, it's about question tag. What is question tag? Question tag is a short question, kalimat pendek, kalimat tanya pendek that placed at the end of a sentence, yang letaknya di belakang akhir kalimat. It's for asking or agreeing about something or information. For example, kalian mau mastiin nih, kamu suka sama dia kan? Nah, kannya itu merupakan question tag, penekanan di akhir kalimat tanya. That's the question tag. So, the formula is, if the sentence is positive, the question tag is negative. Question tag. The sentence is negative, question tag-nya positif. Tinggal dibolak-balik aja. So, the first is positive sentence di depan, diakhiri dengan negatif question tag. Kalau di depannya negative sentence, diakhiri dengan positive question tag. For example, she's beautiful, isn't she? So, kita lihat aja. Untuk question tag, you just see the subject and the to be or modal. For example, subject is she and is. It's a positive sentence, right? There is no not. Nggak ada not. Berarti it's a positive sentence. She is. Tinggal dibikin kalimat negatif. Isn't-nya duluan, baru subjeknya. Isn't she? Next, you don't love math, do you? It's a negative sentence. The subject is you, here, and don't. Don't menjadi do. You don't love math, do you? Kamu tidak suka matematika, kan? Okay, next. Ahmad didn't come late. Ahmad didn't come late. What is the subject? The subject is Ahmad and then didn't. So, did Ahmad bisa diganti jadi subjek he. Jadinya did he. Next is they will attend the seminar. The subject is they and then ada will. Will berarti tinggal kita tambahin not. Jadinya won't. Dan subjeknya they. Won't they. And remember, untuk question tag-nya itu it depends on the sentence tenses. Untuk menentukan tensesnya sesuai sama dengan tenses kalimat yang di depan. Tinggal menyesuaikan. Oke. Sekarang tentang neither and neither. Neither and neither it used to agree with negative statement. Jadi untuk mengungkapkan persetujuan dengan negative statement. Misalnya ada yang bilang I'm not hungry, saya tidak lapar. So, kalian juga memiliki hal yang sama atau merasakan hal yang sama. You have the same feeling. So, you can say neither am I. Neither am I. Saya juga tidak lapar maksudnya. And then I cannot swim, saya tidak bisa berenang. I cannot swim. Neither can I, saya juga tidak. They haven't studied and neither have I, saya juga belum. He hadn't finished, neither had I, saya juga belum. I couldn't see him, saya tidak bisa melihatnya. Neither could I. Saya juga tidak. Kalian juga bisa change the subject, but it depends on the sentence, on the first sentence, tergantung dengan kalimat yang di depan ya. So kalau yang di sini I am, berarti yang sini kalau mau ganti she jadinya to be-nya is. Okay, next. Joko cannot swim, for example. Neither can I. Saya juga tidak. Di sini yang pakai can karena di sini juga pakai can. Di sini pakai have because here is have. Had here and had here. Could here and could here. Okay, next is about either. Sama aja, tapi bedanya neither itu before subject and either itu after subject. Biasanya di belakang. I'm not either. I'm not hungry. I'm not either. Saya juga tidak. I cannot either. Swimnya boleh dikasih, boleh juga tidak, atau enggak dikasih juga nggak apa-apa. Okay, that's for neither and. Now we are going to discuss about vocabulary sections. Jadi untuk yang kosakatanya, untuk vocabulary-nya nanti yang akan masuk, it's about souvenirs. Kita udah belajar. You have learned about these materials, haven't you? Udah belajar kan tentang souvenirs? So, Miss mau mengingatkan aja. They are keychains, gantungan kunci, fridge magnet, t-shirt, stationery, bracelet, figures, snacks, jade, miniatures, and purse. And for the meaning is here's. You can screenshot or pause the video to see the meanings. Sekalian untuk belajar. You can SS, bisa di screenshot. And next is about type of story. The first is fables. Fables itu the characters is animals. Ingatin aja, fables itu ceritanya it's like dongeng, seperti dongeng, dan karakternya biasanya animals. And then fairy tale, it's ingatin aja imaginary creatures. Biasanya fairy tale itu ceritanya tentang yang magic. It's like a Frozen, Tinkerbell, itu lebih ke fairy tale. Next is fantasy, set in a world that's not real. For example, Alice in Wonderland. Itu contoh yang fantasy. Biasanya ceritanya berlatar di tempat yang tidak mungkin ada. It's not real. Like for example Narnia. Have you watched about Narnia? Pernah nonton Narnia kan? Okay, next, horror. Gak usah Miss jelasin lagi ya. Horror intended to create a feeling of fear. Pastinya bikin takut. And next is humor or comedy, full of fun. This movie or this story can make you laugh. Special. Next is legend based on fact. Biasanya legend itu legenda, pasti berdasarkan cerita nyata atau cerita asli. For example, the legend of Toba Lake, the legend of Surabaya. Next is folk tales. It's a old story that's been told again and again. Ini dongeng ya. Biasanya cerita dari nenek terus diceritain ke ibu, terus ibu ceritanya sama kita. Biasanya diceritain terus menerus, sampai sekarang. Okay, next is action or adventure. Shows events that happen with physical events that happen with action or adventure. It shows events that happen with physical action. Biasanya action itu yang bertarung-tarung. For example, like Avengers ya. Okay, next. Junk food. Ini barusan aja ya, junk food ya. Belum lama kita belajar tentang junk food. I just want to remember you. First is pizza, artinya tetap pizza. Hamburger, hot dog, sandwich, roti isi, burrito, it's like kebab, mirip kebab ya. And then soda, ice cream, chips, kentang goreng atau keripik, muffin, it's like a cupcake, fried chicken, kebab, onion rings, and noodles. Okay, remember that junk food, don't eat too much because it has a high of calories, high of fat. It can make you yang takut gendut ya, pasti bakal bikin gemuk dan juga nggak bagus buat diabetes. And then adding s or adding ing to verb, jadi penambahan ing ke kata kerja. Untuk menambahkan ing ke kata kerja itu there's a rules, ada peraturannya ya. The first is berakhiran huruf e. Yang berakhiran huruf e tinggal dihapus e-nya and then you add ing, jadinya taking. For example, yang lainnya misalnya yang berakhiran e misalnya make, e-nya dihapus jadinya tambahin ing, making. Oke, next berakhiran dengan double e. Kalau e-nya 2 tinggal tambahin ing aja, agreeing. And other example is see, menjadi seeing. Oke, next get. Nah, untuk kata kerja yang pengucapannya sekali dan juga diakhiri dengan konsonan, and then before consonant is there's a vowel. Sebelum konsonan ada huruf vowel, huruf mati, kemudian di belakangnya huruf hidup. Itu we should double the consonant. Kita harus double konsonannya menjadi getting. Misalnya put menjadi putting, cut menjadi cutting. Oke, next yang berakhiran y itu tinggal ditambahin ing aja, jadinya playing. Next is die, yang berakhiran ie itu menjadi dying, and eat dijadikan eating. Okay, that's all. Okay, next is for reading sections. Untuk yang reading, as usual, there will be a text and then you should answer some question. The first is about folktales. You have learned about folktales. What is folktales? Is an old story that's been told again and again. Biasanya folktales itu dongeng yang selalu diceritain dari masa ke masa, turun-temurun. For example, it's folklore, fable, and fairy tale. Jadi mungkin nanti teksnya akan ada folklore or fable atau fairy tale. And here there are 4 elements of folktales. The first is characters. Maybe there will be a question about the characters in a story and then the hero, atau biasanya tokoh utamanya, and then the conflict, and the last one is moral lesson. What have you got from that story? And then the next reading text, it's about interesting places. Biasanya menggunakan descriptive text. What is descriptive text? Descriptive text is to describe about something. It can be places, it can be things, animals, people, and others. But here we are focused on the places, interesting places. And then the generic structure is identification. In identification, it's telling about apa yang dijelaskan. For example, misalnya we are going to discuss about Candi Borobudur. Jadi identificationnya diawali dengan Candi Borobudur. And then the next generic structure is description or explanation, penjelasan tentang apa yang sedang dibicarakan. Misalnya Candi Borobudur itu apa yang bisa dilakukan di Candi Borobudur, apa yang kita bisa pelajari dari Candi Borobudur, dan yang lainnya lagi. And then for language features, ini tensesnya biasanya menggunakan present tense. If you want to describe something, we should use present tense. And then the purpose of descriptive text is to describe, untuk menjelaskan. Jadi nanti mungkin ada teks yang menjelaskan tentang places, and then there are some question about the description and also the language feature tentang tensesnya yang present tense. Okay, that's all. Thank you.